Islamic civilization, spanning over a millennium, represents a rich tapestry woven from the threads of diverse cultures, intellectual pursuits, and spiritual traditions. Rooted in the revelation received by Prophet Muhammad in the 7th century Common Era, Islamic civilization rapidly spread across the Arabian Peninsula, evolving into a complex amalgamation of cultures, languages, and artistic expressions. From the early caliphates to the present day, the civilization of Islam has left an indelible mark on the global stage, influencing societies and shaping the course of history. The significance of comprehending the civilization of Islam extends beyond the confines of religious or regional boundaries. It serves as a bridge to connect the past with the present, offering profound insights into the development of science, philosophy, art, governance, and more. By delving into the multifaceted dimensions of Islamic civilization, we gain a nuanced understanding of the contributions made by Muslim scholars and thinkers, fostering a more inclusive and informed perspective on our shared human heritage. Ignorance of this rich history risks perpetuating stereotypes and hindering constructive dialogue in an increasingly interconnected world. This documentary endeavors to embark on a comprehensive exploration of the Islamic civilization, unraveling its diverse facets and shedding light on its enduring impact on global affairs. Through an examination of historical milestones, intellectual achievements, artistic expressions, and societal structures, we aim to present a holistic view of Islamic civilization. By doing so, we aspire to foster a deeper appreciation for the complexities inherent in this cultural tapestry and to illuminate the ways in which Islamic civilization has shaped and continues to influence the course of human history. The multifaceted dimensions we will delve into include philosophy, art, governance, trade, science, and the ongoing legacy of Islamic contributions in the contemporary world. Join us on this journey as we unravel the intricate threads of the civilization of Islam and explore its enduring impact on the world stage. The roots of Islamic civilization trace back to the 7th century Common Era, with the emergence of Islam in the Arabian Peninsula. Prophet Muhammad, born in Mecca in 570 Common Era, received revelations from Allah through the angel Gabriel, which were later compiled into the Quran. The life of Prophet Muhammad, characterized by ethical teachings, social justice, and the establishment of the first Muslim community in Medina, laid the foundation for the Islamic faith. His life and teachings became the cornerstone of Islamic civilization, shaping its moral and ethical fabric. Following the death of Prophet Muhammad in 632 Common Era, the early caliphs, known as the Rightly Guided Caliphs, Rashidun, led the Islamic community and undertook a series of military conquests. The Islamic Caliphate expanded rapidly, conquering territories across the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Europe and Asia. This expansion facilitated the transmission of knowledge, trade, and cultural exchange, contributing to the flourishing of Islamic civilization. The Islamic Golden Age, spanning roughly from the 8th to the 14th century, was a pinnacle of intellectual and scientific achievement. Islamic scholars made groundbreaking contributions to various fields, such as astronomy, mathematics, and medicine. Figures like al-Razi, Rhazes, Ibn Sina, Avicenna, and al-Haytham played pivotal roles in advancing medical knowledge, developing the scientific method, and making significant astronomical observations. Translation movements, such as those in Baghdad and Toledo, brought Greek, Roman, and Persian texts into Arabic, preserving and expanding upon the knowledge of antiquity. The Islamic Golden Age was not confined to scientific achievements alone. It also witnessed a flourishing of cultural and artistic endeavors. Islamic art became renowned for its intricate geometric patterns, calligraphy, and the prohibition of representational images. This period saw the creation of beautiful manuscripts, the establishment of libraries and centers of learning, and the refinement of various art forms, leaving an indelible mark on the aesthetics of the Islamic civilization. One of the most visible legacies of the Islamic Golden Age is the architectural marvels that dot the landscapes of Islamic cities. The construction of mosques, palaces, and educational institutions showcased a unique blend of innovation and tradition. Notable examples include the Alhambra in Spain, the Great Mosque of Córdoba, and the iconic Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The architectural achievements of this era reflected a synthesis of diverse influences, demonstrating the cultural and intellectual vibrancy of Islamic civilization. Islamic philosophy, also known as falsafa, played a crucial role in shaping the intellectual landscape of the Islamic world. While rooted in the teachings of the Quran and the Hadith, Islamic philosophy sought to reconcile reason with faith, creating a space for rational inquiry and intellectual exploration. This integration of philosophy into Islamic thought was instrumental in fostering a tradition of critical thinking, contributing to advancements in various fields. Philosophy in Islamic thought encompassed a wide range of subjects, including metaphysics, ethics, epistemology, and politics. Scholars engaged in philosophical discourse to explore fundamental questions about existence, the nature of God, human free will, and the relationship between faith and reason. The synthesis of Greek, Roman, Persian, and Indian philosophical traditions with Islamic theology led to the development of a distinctive Islamic philosophical tradition. Al-Farabi, 872–950 Common Era, often referred to as the second teacher, after Aristotle, Al-Farabi made significant contributions to political philosophy and metaphysics. His work focused on the ideal city-state and the role of the philosopher in society. Al-Farabi's writings also addressed the harmony between reason and revelation. Ibn Sina, 980–1037 Common Era, known as Avicenna in the West, Ibn Sina was a polymath whose contributions extended to philosophy, medicine, mathematics, and astronomy. His most famous work, The Book of Healing, covered various topics, including metaphysics, ethics, and the philosophy of mind. Ibn Sina's ideas profoundly influenced both Islamic and Western philosophy. Ibn Rushd, 1126–1198 Common Era, also known as Averroes, Ibn Rushd was a philosopher and jurist who sought to reconcile Aristotelian philosophy with Islamic theology. His commentaries on Aristotle's works, particularly in the realm of metaphysics, had a lasting impact on Western scholasticism during the Middle Ages. Islamic theology, or kalam, engaged in the rational exploration of theological principles and doctrines. The integration of theology and philosophy became a hallmark of Islamic scholarship, leading to a dynamic exchange of ideas. Scholars sought to reconcile revealed truths with rational inquiry, fostering a tradition of intellectual pluralism within the Islamic world. The works of theologians like Al-Ghazali, 1058–1111 Common Era, exemplify the integration of theology and philosophy. Al-Ghazali's The Incoherence of the Philosophers critiqued certain philosophical ideas, particularly those of Avicenna, while affirming the primacy of revelation. This intellectual tension between philosophers and theologians spurred vibrant debates, contributing to the development of nuanced theological perspectives within the Islamic tradition. Islamic art is renowned for its distinctive features, with calligraphy and geometric patterns standing out as prominent elements. Calligraphy, the art of beautiful writing, became a highly esteemed form of expression in Islamic civilization. The Quranic injunction against representing human or animal forms in art led to a focus on intricate script and geometric designs. Calligraphers mastered various scripts, turning Arabic into a visually captivating and expressive art form. The beauty of calligraphy not only served ornamental purposes but also conveyed deep spiritual and philosophical meanings, often incorporating verses from the Quran. Geometric patterns, another hallmark of Islamic art, adorned mosques, palaces, and manuscripts. These intricate designs, including stars, interlacing vines, and complex geometric shapes, reflected a profound understanding of mathematical principles. Islamic artists explored the concept of symmetry and tessellation, creating mesmerizing patterns that conveyed a sense of harmony and unity. The geometric motifs, often seen in tiles, carpets, and architectural elements, symbolized the order and perfection inherent in the Islamic worldview. The influence of Islamic art transcended regional boundaries, leaving an indelible mark on global artistic traditions. During the Islamic Golden Age, the exchange of cultural and artistic ideas flourished, particularly in Spain, where Islamic and Christian cultures coexisted in harmony. Elements of Islamic art, such as geometric patterns and decorative calligraphy, influenced European art during the Renaissance. In later centuries, Islamic motifs found their way into Western art, inspiring prominent artists like William Morris and the Pre-Raphaelites in the 19th century. The Islamic aesthetic, characterized by its emphasis on intricate patterns and vibrant colors, continues to captivate artists worldwide. Contemporary artists and designers draw inspiration from Islamic art, incorporating its elements into various forms of expression, from architecture to fashion. Literature and poetry held a revered place in Islamic civilization, with a rich tradition of storytelling and poetic expression. The preservation of knowledge through the written word became a crucial aspect of Islamic culture. Early Muslim scholars, recognizing the importance of knowledge, established libraries and institutions of learning, such as the House of Wisdom in Baghdad. Arabic literature flourished, producing masterpieces like 1001 Nights, Arabian Nights, an iconic collection of tales that captivated audiences with its imaginative narratives. Poetry, an esteemed form of artistic expression, played a central role in Arab society, celebrating love, nature, and spirituality. Notable poets like Rumi, Hafez, and Omar Khayyam left enduring legacies, their works transcending linguistic and cultural boundaries. The preservation of literature and poetry extended beyond Arabic to include Persian, Turkish, and Urdu literature. The Persian poetic tradition, in particular, produced celebrated poets like Ferdowsi, Sa'di, and Attar. These literary works not only entertained but also conveyed moral and philosophical lessons, contributing to the intellectual and cultural richness of Islamic civilization. Islamic jurisprudence, known as fiqh, is the body of legal principles derived from the Quran, hadith, sayings and actions of Prophet Muhammad, consensus, ijma, and analogy, qiyas. The development of fiqh was a dynamic process, evolving to address the diverse needs of the Muslim community. Early jurists, or fuqaha, engaged in the interpretation and application of Islamic law to navigate the complexities of everyday life. The formation of various schools of thought, such as the Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali schools, contributed to the diversity within Islamic jurisprudence. Each school had its unique approach to legal reasoning and interpretation, providing flexibility to accommodate cultural and regional variations within the Islamic world. The compilation of legal treatises and the codification of legal principles further facilitated the understanding and application of fiqh. Sharia, often translated as Islamic law, represents a comprehensive system that encompasses legal, ethical, and moral principles derived from Islamic sources. It serves as a guide for Muslims in matters ranging from personal conduct to societal governance. Sharia is rooted in the Quran and the Hadith and covers various aspects of life, including family law, criminal law, and economic transactions. The application of Sharia varies across different Muslim-majority regions, reflecting cultural and historical influences. While some countries have implemented Sharia as the basis for their legal systems, others have adopted a more eclectic approach, blending Islamic principles with modern legal frameworks. Sharia courts, where they exist, handle matters like marriage, divorce, and inheritance, seeking to administer justice in alignment with Islamic principles. Islamic governance, historically manifested in various forms, left a lasting impact on societal structures within the Islamic world. The early caliphates established administrative systems based on principles of justice, accountability, and consultation. The concept of shura, consultation, became a fundamental aspect of decision-making, emphasizing the importance of collective deliberation in governance. Islamic governance also fostered a sense of social justice and equity. The welfare state, as seen in the Caliphate of Umar ibn al-Khattab, involved public infrastructure projects, social welfare programs, and measures to ensure economic fairness. The maqasid al-Sharia, or the objectives of Sharia, include the preservation of life, religion, intellect, lineage, and property, forming the ethical foundation for Islamic governance. The impact of Islamic governance extended to the development of legal institutions, including qadis, judges, and the establishment of legal codes. The emphasis on justice, fairness, and adherence to Islamic principles in legal systems contributed to the creation of a just and harmonious social order. The Islamic world played a pivotal role in the global trade network, with the Silk Road and other trade routes acting as conduits for the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. The Silk Road, connecting East and West, facilitated the trade of silk, spices, precious metals, and other commodities. Islamic merchants, known for their business acumen and ethical practices, were key players in this interconnected network. Muslim traders not only facilitated the movement of goods but also served as cultural intermediaries, introducing new products, technologies, and ideas to different regions. Cities like Baghdad, Cairo, and Córdoba became bustling centers of commerce and cultural exchange, fostering an atmosphere of cosmopolitanism during the Islamic Golden Age. Islamic civilization made significant contributions to economic theory and practices, laying the foundation for modern economic thought. The concept of sadaqah, charity, and zakat, obligatory almsgiving, emphasized social responsibility and wealth distribution. Islamic economic principles discouraged usury, riba, and promoted ethical conduct in business transactions. Ibn Khaldun, a 14th-century Muslim scholar, is considered one of the early pioneers of economic thought. In his work, Muqaddimah, he explored economic theories, including the impact of labor, supply and demand, and the role of government in economic development. His insights into the cyclical nature of economies and the role of social cohesion in economic success were ahead of his time. Islamic banking and finance also have ancient roots, with the establishment of the earliest known forms of banking in the medieval Islamic world. The principles of profit and loss sharing, mudarabah, and risk sharing, musharaka, in Islamic finance continue to influence modern Islamic banking practices. The Islamic Golden Age was characterized not only by scientific and intellectual advancements but also by a flourishing of cultural exchange and globalization. The translation movement, centered in cities like Baghdad and Toledo, facilitated the translation of Greek, Roman, Indian, and Persian texts into Arabic. This exchange of knowledge had profound implications for various fields, including science, philosophy, medicine, and the arts. Islamic scholars engaged in dialogue with scholars from diverse cultural backgrounds, creating an intellectual melting pot. Libraries and centers of learning, such as the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, became beacons of knowledge where scholars of different faiths and backgrounds worked collaboratively to expand the horizons of human understanding. The impact of this cultural exchange extended beyond the Islamic world, influencing European Renaissance thinkers and contributing to the broader currents of human civilization. The transmission of knowledge, technologies, and cultural artifacts fostered a spirit of openness and cosmopolitanism, emphasizing the interconnectedness of human societies. One of the key contributions of the Islamic Golden Age to the global scientific heritage was the preservation and translation of ancient Greek and Roman texts. Islamic scholars recognized the value of classical knowledge and embarked on an extensive translation movement, primarily from Greek and Syriac into Arabic. This intellectual endeavor, centered in places like Baghdad and Toledo, preserved the works of ancient philosophers, mathematicians, and scientists. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad became a center for translating and compiling scientific texts. Scholars like Hunayn ibn Ishaq, al-Kindi, and al-Razi played crucial roles in translating the works of Aristotle, Plato, Galen, Ptolemy, and others. These translations not only preserved ancient knowledge but also laid the groundwork for further developments in Islamic science. Astronomy. Islamic astronomers made groundbreaking contributions to the field, advancing observational techniques and theoretical models. Al-Battani's accurate measurements of planetary movements, Al-Farghani's astronomical treatises, and Al-Haytham's work on optics and the nature of light were instrumental in shaping the understanding of celestial phenomena. The astrolabe, an intricate instrument for solving problems related to time and the position of celestial objects, became a hallmark of Islamic astronomy. Medicine. The field of medicine witnessed significant advancements during the Islamic Golden Age. Ibn Sina's Canon of Medicine became a seminal medical text in both the Islamic and European worlds, covering topics such as anatomy, pharmacology, and pathology. Al-Razi, known as Rhazes in the West, made important contributions to pharmacology and clinical medicine. Hospitals, known as Bamaristans, were established in Islamic cities, combining medical care with educational functions. Mathematics. Islamic mathematicians built upon the foundations of Greek and Indian mathematics, making transformative contributions. Al-Khwarizmi, often regarded as the father of algebra, laid down the principles of algebraic equations and algorithms. The introduction of the decimal system, including the numeral 0, revolutionized arithmetic and facilitated complex mathematical calculations. The works of mathematicians like Al-Tabari and Omar Khayyam further enriched the field, influencing later European mathematicians during the Renaissance. Educational institutions and libraries played a crucial role in the dissemination of knowledge during the Islamic Golden Age. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad, founded during the Abbasid Caliphate, became a renowned center for learning, housing a vast library and attracting scholars from various disciplines. Similar institutions were established in other major Islamic cities, fostering an environment conducive to intellectual exchange. Libraries, such as the Library of Alexandria in Egypt, the Beit al-Hikmah, House of Wisdom, in Baghdad, and the libraries of Córdoba in Spain, became repositories of knowledge. Scholars were encouraged to engage in research, exploration, and the study of various disciplines, contributing to the intellectual vibrancy of the Islamic civilization. Internal conflicts and divisions emerged as significant challenges to the unity and stability of the Islamic world during the later stages of the Islamic Golden Age. The vastness of the Islamic Caliphate, combined with ethnic, sectarian, and political differences, led to internal struggles for power. The Sunni-Shia split, which originated from disagreements over the rightful successors to Prophet Muhammad, persisted and contributed to divisions within the Muslim community. Dynastic rivalries and power struggles, particularly during the later Abbasid period, weakened the centralized authority of the caliphs. This internal discord hindered collaborative efforts and diverted resources away from intellectual pursuits and cultural flourishing. As different regions became increasingly autonomous, the once unified Islamic civilization faced challenges in maintaining its cohesiveness. The Islamic world encountered external pressures and invasions that further contributed to the decline of the Golden Age. The Mongol invasions, notably the sack of Baghdad in 1258, marked a devastating blow to the Islamic civilization. The House of Wisdom was destroyed, and countless manuscripts were lost, leading to a decline in intellectual and cultural resources. The Crusades, a series of military campaigns launched by European Christians to reclaim Jerusalem, also had profound consequences for the Islamic world. Although the Crusaders' impact on scientific and cultural achievements was limited, the conflicts diverted attention and resources from intellectual pursuits to military endeavors. The Reconquista in Spain, culminating in the fall of Granada in 1492, further fragmented the Islamic world. The loss of important centers of learning, such as Córdoba and Toledo, had long-term repercussions on the transmission of knowledge and cultural exchange in the region. The decline of the Islamic Golden Age was a gradual process influenced by a combination of internal and external factors. Economic challenges, including financial strain and disruptions in trade routes, contributed to a decline in prosperity. The weakening of centralized authority, coupled with regional fragmentation, hindered collaborative efforts and the sharing of knowledge that had been characteristic of the earlier period. The shift in the center of gravity for Islamic civilization from the Middle East to regions such as Anatolia, Persia, and the Indian subcontinent also played a role in the decline. While these regions continued to make significant contributions, the overall dynamism and interconnectedness of the earlier period waned. The decline of the Islamic Golden Age does not represent the end of Islamic civilization but rather a transformation. Despite facing challenges, Islamic societies continued to contribute to various fields, and the legacy of the Golden Age persisted in the cultural, scientific, and intellectual achievements that influenced subsequent civilizations. The legacy of the Islamic Golden Age endures in the modern world, particularly in the realms of science and technology. Many foundational concepts in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and optics that originated during the Islamic Golden Age continue to influence contemporary scientific thought. The Arabic numeral system, algorithms, and advancements in medicine are just a few examples of enduring contributions. Islamic scholars' emphasis on empirical observation and experimentation laid the groundwork for the scientific method, which became foundational to modern scientific inquiry. The impact of Islamic contributions extends to fields such as architecture, where elements of Islamic design are still evident, and agriculture, where innovations in irrigation and crop cultivation persist. The artistic and cultural influences of Islamic civilization are palpable in the contemporary world. Islamic art, characterized by intricate calligraphy, geometric patterns, and arabesques, continues to inspire artists and designers globally. Elements of Islamic architecture, such as domes, arches, and minarets, can be seen in buildings and structures around the world. Islamic literature and poetry also maintain their relevance, with works like Rumi's poetry enjoying widespread appreciation. The storytelling tradition exemplified by the 1001 Nights continues to captivate audiences and has influenced literature and film globally. While the legacy of Islamic civilization is rich and enduring, the contemporary Islamic world faces various challenges and opportunities. Socio-political issues, economic disparities, and governance challenges present hurdles that require thoughtful consideration. Striking a balance between tradition and modernity, fostering education and innovation, and addressing geopolitical conflicts are crucial aspects for the modern Islamic civilization to navigate. There are also opportunities for growth and collaboration. The Islamic world, with its diverse cultures and traditions, has the potential to contribute significantly to the global community. Investments in education, science, and technology can propel Islamic societies forward, fostering economic development and enhancing their contributions to humanity. In this comprehensive exploration of the civilization of Islam, we traced its historical background from the birth of Islam and the life of Prophet Muhammad to the expansion of the Islamic Caliphate and the formation of the Islamic Golden Age. We examined the multifaceted dimensions of Islamic civilization, including philosophy, art, governance, trade, science, and more. The Islamic Golden Age, marked by advancements in science, philosophy, and the arts, was a pinnacle of human achievement. The integration of ancient knowledge, preservation through translation efforts, and the establishment of educational institutions contributed to a vibrant and dynamic civilization. However, challenges such as internal conflicts, external invasions, and geopolitical shifts led to the gradual decline of this golden era. As we conclude this exploration, there is an invitation to further explore and understand the civilization of Islam. The story of Islamic civilization is multifaceted, encompassing a rich tapestry of intellectual, cultural, and scientific achievements. Continued exploration can contribute to a more nuanced understanding of the complexities and vibrancy of Islamic history and its enduring impact on the global stage. By fostering dialogue, collaboration, and mutual understanding, we can bridge cultural divides and appreciate the interconnectedness of human civilizations. The journey into the civilization of Islam is ongoing, offering opportunities for learning, appreciation, and shared human progress.